Next thing, I thought this one was kind of interesting. Um, I don't even have any. Let's get happier sort of
What?
sound bites.
Oh.
Yeah, transitioning into something completely different. Rest in peace, Kobe again, of course. But I thought this one was kind of interesting because this is one of the things I hate about renting or like even taking hotels or like Airbnbs or anything like that is that when you don't own it, you have a whole bunch of people that have access to like your stuff. Like we were having a conversation the other day.
About the maintenance.
Maintenance can come into your crib at any time, take something you wouldn't even know. Because they can be like, oh, let's go watch the footage. It's like, wait, they run the footage too. It's like, obviously it's a crazy scenario, but just owning your own stuff and knowing where your stuff is going to be at all times is just like a way more comforting feeling. But basically, Young Thug is suing his luxury apartment.
Sorry, I'm writing down the topics.
Yeah, don't whisper like that in the
sorry.
mic again. You're making mad noise over there. Young Thug is suing his luxury apartment because an employee wrongfully gave out his bag to a stranger, which had, let me get the numbers. I think it had $40,000 in it.
Whoa. Wait. So somebody who worked at his apartment. Yeah. So it was the one that did it. Okay.
Basically, long story short.
But they thought it was like her friend?
He had a bag full of...
Ooh, hard drive.
Yeah, a hard drive worth $1 million worth of songs. $40,000 and
200 unreleased songs.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
It's a lot of songs. Jewelry, all types of money. He had it in a Louis bag and he left it outside of his car accidentally. Somebody that worked
accidentally leave stuff like that.
Somebody that works at the apartment grabbed it, put it away with a note saying, "Do not give this away unless you contact me first, so we make sure the right person has it." And I think another employee took the bag without consulting with the original manager, whoever had it, and they gave it away to a random.
And that random probably was like, whoa, when they opened it.
And they didn't give it back.
The random still has it?
Yeah, like right now. So most likely it's gone. The Louis bag's probably sold. They probably kept the $40K in cash. Probably
sold the jewelry.
Melting down the jewelry right now as we speak.
Why not just get back the hard drive
though? I don't know.
Like I would drop the hard drive off at the place I got the bag at, like anonymously, and just let him have the hard drive back.
Yeah, it's just a wild situation. Well, the only thing I got from this is obviously be more responsible.
Yeah, because even if he lived in a house, that bag was still just been sitting out there.
Yeah.
So it's still his fault. It's not like it was the apartment's fault necessarily, because the bag, somebody still would have picked up that bag regardless. But I mean, I guess because they gave it to him directly. This happened when?
This happened recently, like within the last couple months.
That's crazy. You think he was like crying?
I don't know, because this happened to him before, like that Rich Gang mixtape. The one after that, it was a similar amount of songs, except they actually leaked. Like somebody put them all out.
Do you think these songs are backed up somewhere else? You would hope.
Maybe.
If you were smart, you would have a song in multiple places, songs in multiple spots.
But regardless, somebody having access to the songs, if they leak it, any leaked song, basically you can't monetize.
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to want to consume it after it's put out.
That's why Kanye was probably never going to put out that song.
Yeah, why it's put out.
It's already out.
Once it's put out improperly, then it makes it very difficult for a label to want to put money behind anything. That's why there's Young Thug songs I used to listen to all the time when we were like freshman year, because that's when the leak happened.
That aren't actually out. I realized that. What's the song? It's like Purple.
Yeah, Purple never released.
Yeah, I realized that because I was looking on Apple Music. I was like, why is the song not on here? And usually I assume anytime a song's not on Apple Music, I'm like, all right, it's usually either it was like not an official release and it's just on SoundCloud, or it was never actually released.
Yeah, it was never released. It was a part of, and
that's a good song too. You could tell it wasn't done.
This was me in my less conscious ways, but I was definitely one of those people that would go and consume leaks and download them and do all the illegal sorts of things.
Everybody was.
But in my conscious ways now, of course I wouldn't do that because that's somebody's money.
Yeah.
But
when you're younger, you don't care.
But that leak had some smokers on it. Honestly, I might have to go back and find that one.
I remember it was that freshman year.
Still listen to it. But it's just a wild situation. This is why I'm more so like, I need control. I need to feel control. I need to have like my own crib, because
at least you have no one else to blame. something happens at your house.
And it's Young Doug, so even if he did leave it at his house, because he does have houses.
Yeah, at least you come home and it's still there, probably especially if you live somewhere secure and
Yeah,
gated.
he ain't living in like regular suburbs, so it would have definitely
nobody would have stole that Louis bag and living in a rich neighborhood. Like,
yeah, the house is probably gated anyway.
Yeah, like living in, I don't know. If I were rich and famous, I would have an apartment, but not really. I would have a condo, but like. I get the whole thing. I mean, if that's just where he lives, it's kind of dumb. Like, if you have that much money, you should have a house too. But does he have a house? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is one of his properties that he was just at. Okay, so I'm not going to be as judgmental about it, but still, I don't know. Certain stuff I wouldn't even have in my apartment. But I mean, it was a luxury apartment too, so like, you would expect nobody's there trying to steal my bag.
Yeah, but he's suing the place for probably the value of everything.
Yikes! So. $1,040,000.
Yeah. Something like that. Who knows what the jury's valued at? Because that could be even higher. It could be 2, 3, 4 million. Yeah. Who knows what watches and stuff were in there? But I just thought it was crazy. Like,
yeah. Yeah, that's why. I mean, like I said, the main thing is just be responsible. Because
I only brought that up because like, get a house. Yeah. Not to thug, but just in general.
Yeah, just in general because it's like
it makes it easier to keep track of your stuff.
Yeah, like there's too many other like outliers when you live in apartments.
And people plot on you. Like like part of the suit, they were like, the bag was outside of his black Lamborghini, so like clearly it was his bag. Yeah. So, people unfortunately will line you up, like people that
they just wishing bad on you.
People just. Because they're probably not making much, whether it's a luxury apartment or not. If they're working there, they're probably not making crazy money. Yeah. While they see people driving in with $300,000, $400,000, $500,000.
Cause I just from the place where we live, like it's hard to say. I hate to like for this to be an observation, but like you see like the people who clean and like maintenance, like you could tell it's just a job for them, and that's like. Or even like when people deliver food here, like I don't know, sometimes I feel awkward, like especially when it's like other black people, because I don't know, I just feel sad because it's like, dang, I don't know, I just feel like bad. But it's like, yeah, like when you work here, like you see even the girl who with the maintenance guy situation, like they don't care for you, they don't care for the building, like they're gonna do whatever they want, and it's just sad. Yeah. But like you said, the main thing is like the stuff that's unavoidable, like the maintenance situation that's unavoidable because he broke in, But if you can avoid stuff, you can't. Like just try. Like it's the same thing with like I saw somebody on TikTok. She was like she was mad. She was like ranting how she went into the laundry room on her dorm, and her clothes were out the dryer, and they were put on top of the machine. So she said she opened the dryer so the person could come back and their clothes didn't get dried. And I was like a part of me was like, oh my god, like yeah, I remember when I was in college, and that was so annoying. I hate when people would touch your stuff. But another part of me was like, there's ways you could avoid it. Like it sucks, but sit in the laundry rooms, and watch your clothes, or sit right outside the laundry room. Like,
I had too many prized possessions that
I got so much stuff stolen. I don't know if you know that. Like my Express jacket, a suit jacket, that got stolen. Like that's crazy. And that was a pretty expensive suit jacket that I had. Like I had a decent amount of stuff stolen.
Yeah, no, I sat there and watched my clothes. I wasn't playing none of that. Yeah, because I wasn't about to come back and have stuff missing. Supreme. Yeah. Back then I was wearing Supreme and all types of other stuff.
And it's like, yeah, nobody should be stealing your stuff. That's the root of the problem. But there's ways to prevent it. Like they have places for us to sit right outside the laundry room, where you could sit in there and just sit by the table and just.
I used to sit in the
laundry room. Yeah, right. Just put some headphones on.
Right on the table where people fold. I used to sit right on that table. Yep. Sit there. I don't care. I'll sit there for 2 hours. I ain't about to be touching my stuff.
Or like you set the timer, be down there when the timer's going on. Don't be like, oh, I got 5 minutes. Like, so if something you gotta do what you gotta do to prevent these things from happening.